transition period fill you with fear? Worried about your EU imports grinding to a halt? So, say goodbye to transition headaches and hello to Europa flow. Simple, frictionless cusp.
Female vice president as she will become in the history of the United States. And the United States is our closest and most important ally. And that's been the case under president after president, prime minister after prime minister. It won't change. And I look forward very much to working with President Biden and his team on a lot of crucial stuff for us in the weeks and months ahead. Tackling climate change, trade, international security, many other issues. I've always been a great enthusiast for a trade deal with our European friends and partners. I think it's there to be done. The broad outlines are pretty clear. We just need to get on and do it if we can. And I've said that to Ursula von der Leyen just yesterday. And she totally agrees with me. But on the trade deal with the US, I'm a keen student of the United States trade policy, and they're tough negotiators. And I've never believed that this was going to be something that was going to be a complete pushover under any US administration. I think there's a good chance we'll do something. Liz Truss and her teams have made a huge amount of progress, and we'll get on.
Well, Biden seems a sort of measured, calm politician, so probably less erratic in terms of policy swings and so on, and maybe some more rational relationships with other parts of the world. So I think overall it's a positive thing for the global economy.
Overall, I'm pleased. I think he was an uninspiring candidate, but his biggest inspiration was he wasn't Donald Trump. That's how I felt about it.
I think it's bad for them. I don't know. My opinion is that Trump did whatever he could, the best he could for America. I'm not living in America, so it doesn't affect me so much. It does affect the global, economy and stuff, but it's for them. If they decided Biden is the best one, who am I to argue?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. You know what? I'll introduce myself really before we get going. I was born in the postmodernism era of 1983, when Jeremy Corbyn was MP of North London. Great Maze escaped. 37 prisoners escaped. What I don't understand is, I talk over it time and time again. It's the biggest, most protected prison at the time. How did two people get inside the prison with two handguns and the other one with a knife? Then they escaped the prison. They dug a hole in one of the prison cells and they all got out. 37 prisoners escaped. Obviously, they got out with their two handguns, knife. One of the guys with a knife left one of the screws in a pool of blood on the floor in the prison. Then they escaped. Absolute ludicrous, isn't it? Thinking about it. Absolute ludicrous. Anyway, I like to think myself a bit of a socialist, communist. You could say communist if you look at my previous being a philanthropist. Philanthropist, what I've done for charity for disabled son. I've put my own life at risk. Consider I had brain injury in 2000. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but also just last year I was a philanthropist as a convener facilitator in a homeless shelter. Obviously, I am conservative. They are socialist people as well. We are sponsored, like working alongside promoting big businesses. We are sponsored by O2 Business, O2 Providers, O2 business is the best cooperation on the O2 devices. I had every single device. I'm not just saying it because I've got it. If I was on free, I probably wouldn't be saying what I'm saying now because I've had free in the past and they haven't done me no favours. T-Mobile, I think, has gone over to EE. I've got a close candidate that's, it's pretty much a PA. My health and nutrition. The reason why I'm smiling, the reason why I'm keeping proactive daily, the reason why I've got a smile on my face, the reason why I feel like I've got divine elevation, success when I work on progressive progression. That person's on EE and the signal is not very good. My signal, a full signal pretty much everywhere I go. So I always say switch over to, if you're in the UK, switch over to O2 device. I've said it time and time again, we've got the best network coverage and proven, no one's proven me wrong, O2 device is the best network. Well worth to divert over to O2 network if you're not on O2. Anyway, like I said, I just introduced myself. I like to call myself the peasant, the prodigious, the prominent Professor Johnson at Proclamation News and Gavins. You can find my name also. I'm not involved in boxing anymore, but I am an ex-boxer, professional boxer, Justin Johnson. I'm on Google. And I'd like to say thank you all for coming in. My academic integrity is arts and humanities. I've done media studies in 1995 years. So I've got quite a experience. Obviously, I've got to gain more in depth in experience over the last 3 years. Last 3 years, I've gained unfold amount of but I like to say a bit of legacy because I've put all my stuff on social media, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. YouTube is my main thing I want to build up, getting more supporters for the show. We're going to move on in today's society. I can do the car instance first. Then we're going to have a little break, as I usually have a little break, 5-minute break, and then we're going to get back to the show. It's going to be about a 2-hour cast, ladies and gents. I'm not going to try and persuade you to be a conservative if you're Labour or if you're SNP. That's not the way I deal with it. I don't put other parties down. I'm not too sure about Joe Biden. I'm not too sure about Joe Biden because I wanted Brexit. Why did I want Brexit? Why did anyone want Brexit? I mean, some people are against Brexit. Some people are with Brexit. I want England as a whole to take back some control and be independent. Because, if we do go with what Joe Biden wants is to, make a deal with the EU, we're not going to be as such independent, are we? It's good to be independent, having these visa put in place for people coming in our country. They're going to come here, live with our government start. I know a lot of our citizens in the UK live off the government, but they're coming here, no intentions to work. They're coming in our country, no intentions to work. That's why they're putting the visa thing in place. And that's why we need Brexit to happen. Do we need the EU? I don't think so. We get by without the EU trade deals. Absolutely. And I think becoming independent, becoming a bit more in control of our whole domain of the UK needs to happen. We need this Brexit to form a unity, stop scrutiny to our unity. Exactly what I was saying. It also minimises population growth. That's my academic theory. Everyone's got their own theory. You think, we are a country. We've been a country to help out everyone globally. We have been for a long time. Australia are the same as us. Italy is the same as us. France is definitely the same. No, not the same as us. Same as what we want now. Same as what we want now. France is the same. Germany, I don't think Germany's the same. Although they do, I think they've got a few, like Americans now. But it's hard to get in these countries. We need to take some authority back. What's the point in having parliament? Absolute sovereignty over the land, but anyone can come in and do whatever they want as they please, as their own will. But anyway, as we're moving on, ladies and gents, thank you. I just want to say thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Because when you come and you want to debate anything please come with only pragmatic and adequate sense. Don't come here to like hate crime, discriminate, be a cyberbully, because I've already worn the flag, worn the t-shirt. I don't need to go back down the road of arguing against the sake of incompetence, because that's not my cup of tea. This is my cup of tea, and it's not what it says on the cup. Because I'm totally against alcoholism and narcotics. Not that I'm against you guys, then that's up to you. It's your life. You live your life. I live mine. Anyway, today on Proclamation News and Gatherings, as always, its teleological thoughtful process was outlined. Calm instance, not just inside the UK today. I want the democracy to think first and think safety. Do not enter your vehicle under the influence of alcohol or narcotics. You're going to find out why in a minute. Very, very important. You do not enter your vehicle under the influence of alcohol or narcotics. You have a couple of drinks, you think, oh, I'll just risk going down my mates down the road, doesn't matter. I'll risk it. Or you go, or another thing as well, what people do, your friend will invite you round for a drink, knowing you'll get home the next day to get back for your kids. Well, firstly, your mate's not thinking of you because you're driving sleep deprivation and you're not thinking about getting home for your kids. So, you know, where do you prioritise? Your mate's not your mate and you're being stupid. It's you're at fault. You can't blame your mate when you've gone down there for a party. Now you'll get back for your kids, fall asleep at the wheel, because your eyes are a bit blurry the next day, regardless if you've had 2 hours sleep. Your eyes not fully focused on the road. As we know, alcohol takes 24 hours to get your system. Why would you risk going on the roads? You're going to find out in a minute, because a few accidents that I'm about to prompt you with, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. His 10 commandments is probably better than what Jesus, probably better than Jesus' 10 commandments. Do not enter your car under the influence of alcohol and narcotics. Making sure you and passengers wear seat belts adjacent to the car seat, and babies have car seat adapters adjacent to the car seat. It's down to you to check that everyone's got a seat belt on as well. Check for speed limits. Traffic road safety signs. When you check for speed limits, you're checking for speed cameras. You're checking for police with their speed cameras as well to make sure you're going at the right speed. They're not there to be annoying. They're there to make sure you're going the right speed, and you get fined. You get fined as well because someone's got to own the pollution. You get fined for being not a human. You're polluting the atmosphere. The ozone is going to be, could be the end of the world if you don't treat the atmosphere as, you breathe it, your son's going to breathe it, next generation is going to be breathing the air and eating. Where's it? Our farm food comes through the ground. Pollution is a big, big thing in today's society. You get fined for emissions, polluting the air. You get fined. The absolute sovereignty of the land got every right to governance everything you do. That's what I said. You own a national insurance number. Anyway, traffic road safety signs, speed cameras. Look out for further road police safety signs and signals. Also, check your centre and side mirrors before turning into a safe directional choice or overtaking, making sure motorists and cycles are not overtaken as you overtake or turn. Check your engine before takeoff for engine oil and engine coolant tank for water, making sure they're both topped up to just below maximum level and not below minimum. Check your PSI limits. Make sure you have sufficient air pressure in your tyres. Checking your tyres to make sure that legal limits and your tyres are not bowled and your MOT is updated. This is Proclamation News and Gatherings at its best. So make sure you stay tuned. It's beneficial to, spread the love of Proclamation News and Gatherings. The youth of today need to understand, rules and regulations. 10 commandments. I could give you a load more. I've done my theory, same as any other driver. I've done my theory. Stick by them 10 commandments, because a lot of people forget their theory. So I'm just saying stuff that's on top of my head every day. I could do my theory, possibly pass it without even studying it again. I'm not saying I would. It's not saying anyone would. Once you pass something, you need to recondition. Your brain is like a sponge, but you have to work it. You have to work it to memorize it. Anyway, oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Try and, you know, not intervene, but debate. I like people, I like diplomatic people. I like people, throwing their party politics towards me. But what I don't like, I'm great at confrontation, so don't try and discriminate the show. Let's work together. That's what I say. I want etiquette, pragmatic, etiquette people to try and build a better show, not to argue against the show. I mean, that's, you see LC do it. James O'Brien, that's what I'm asking in a polite mannerism. Try and work with me. Don't work against the show. We had a caller from India, lovely chap, student. He was talking about globalization in his country. Like I say, I'm not here to discriminate anyone. Doesn't matter where. Even if you're a tourist and you're polite to me, I'll be polite back. As long as you've got something good to bring to the table, don't tell me about your terrorism. Come and come and say your piece. As long as you're not affecting us or affecting my show, no bother. I'm a nice gentleman, so I'll be nice back. Just waiting to load up these incidents. A little while. I don't want to smack with the computer a minute. It's going. And Donald Trump, obviously Biden is in now. He's elected. I'm not quite sure. He can make it hard for us, like I said. He can make it hard for us with Brexit. And we need Brexit to happen. Anyway, moving on. Think first, think safety. Helen Hunt, Oscar-winning actor, taken to hospital as car flips over in a crash. Helen Hunt, Oscar-winner actor, taken to hospital after car flips over the crash. Hunters reportedly has no major injuries following collision in LA, Los Angeles. So not just got UK roads, I'm thinking about a bigger spectrum. Try and bring more people to interact with, not just UK, US as well. Helen Hunt was taken on to hospital on Tuesday after she was involved in a car crash that saw black SUV she was travelling in flipped over onto its side. The actor was admitted to the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Beverly Hills after the incident, according to TMZ. A representative for the Oscar winner told the website she was shaken, but suffering no major injuries. In the video footage published by TMZ, a white sedan can be seen crashing into a black SUV at an intersection, causing her car to turn onto its side. According to the site, local police forces cited anymore for the crash, and drugs and alcohol are not suspected in the incident. Well, that's good. A spokesperson with the Los Angeles Police Department reportedly told people that Hunt was among a number of individuals who were transported to a local hospital. Hunt is best known for a role in 1990s sitcom Mad About You and is currently filming a reboot of the show. She won a Best Actress Oscar for the romantic comedy As Good As It Gets, and her film credits as includes Cast Away and What Women Want. He recently starred in BBC One series World on Fire and can next be seen in the sci-fi thriller A Patriot alongside Evergreen. So it's important, just to share. You can listen to all the fatal deaths on the road as well. A couple more to go through, to be honest, yeah. So stay tuned. No narcotics. I won't wear a seatbelt today. What about the other? You got the A12 motorway. Your tire pop, car flips. You put vulnerable children in the back, your girlfriend or your husband, putting all their lives at risk. Your mother and your dad. Listen to this. A man who killed 7 heroin and cocaine didn't impair his driving. How ludicrous is this? A guy from America, a man who killed 7 motorcyclists in crash, says regular use of heroin and cocaine didn't impair his driving. Did you hear what I'd say? That is absolute ludicrous. A man who killed 7 motorcyclists in a crash says regular use of heroin and cocaine didn't impair his driving. Who's he trying to kid? The judge? Is he off his he's off his nut, absolutely. The pickup truck driver charged with causing the deaths of 7 motorcyclists told authorities he had a drug problem. Sounds like it. Regularly used heroin and cocaine, but believed. I keep getting pop-ups come up, ladies and gents. Ever so sorry. Can't believe this lad. Heroin and cocaine didn't impair his driving. Okay, sir. Imagine the family of the 7 motorcyclists. What do you think they'd be thinking, sitting there in court watching this idiot? They want to take his head off, wouldn't they? The pickup truck driver charged with causing the death, he was not impaired at the time of the crash. Surely someone that he was working with is a truck driver. You know, the truck firm, when they pick up on an idiot working for them. The admission by Volodymyr Swarovski was included in a tribal document released Wednesday by federal investigators related to the then June 21st, 2019 crash in Randolph. The National Transportation Safety Board also announced it will hold a hearing in December the 1st to discuss probable cause findings and any safety recommendations from its investigation. Swarovski told the Massachusetts State Police after his arrest he was using 3 or 4 bags of heroin a day and had used both heroin and cocaine the morning of the crash. He acknowledged that he could feel the effects of the cocaine after his last delivery, but that he was fine and okay. Swarovski had pleaded not guilty to multiple counts of negligent homicide and driving under the influence. He remains in custody as he awaits trial expected early next year. Prosecutors had previously reported in documents that Swarovski had drugs in his system at the time of the crash, including fentanyl, morphine, and chemical found in cocaine. There were members of the Jarheads Motorcycle Club, a New England group that includes Marines, and their spouses. The victims were the New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Bear with me, hoping to bear with me, ladies and gents. Slight problem going. Just Professor. Oh, we're still live. Sorry about it, ladies and gents. Got a slight technical issue. Nothing major. You know what it's like. These you get a great computer. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm moving. Yep, I'm back again. Sorry about that. we're gonna be going full steam ahead about what we're having. It happens sometimes. I don't know what's going on. I've got £40 a month for crashed internet usage. Absolutely phenomenal. This needs to stop doing this to me, I swear on my life. Time? Oh, you can see me very well now, can't you? That is not quite how I wanted it to go. Sorry about the vape. That's a vaping. Naughty boy. Don't vape after you're watching. It's not good for you. I'm glad I'm back. Didn't realise I was back. That's why I was vaping away on my